All right, folks, we are live on the live stream. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out this evening from the busy days to talk about prepping. This one's going to be a fun one. So we're going to be talking with House of Prep. His name's Jerry. Jerry's been doing videos on his YouTube channel now for the past 4 months. So it's a newer channel in our community. I have a link in the description box for House of Prep. Make sure you click it. Subscribe to the channel. If you like my channel, you're going to like the House of Prep channel. Jerry's super cool. He's very likable. As soon as you watch the first video, you're going to say, yeah, I like that guy. That's a really cool guy. So he covers all sorts of stuff with regard to preparedness, with food storage preps, with just real practical preps that are good natured, no scary topics or anything like that. And I've had a few people reach out to me and say, hey, you really should have House of Prep on the live stream. You're going to like him. And I went and checked out the videos and I'm like, yeah, I really do like this guy. So I contacted House of Prep. Jerry was kind enough to come on. So without further ado, we are going to bring on, let's see if I can click the right button on this. We're going to say hi to a couple folks really quick too. So without further ado though, let's just bring them on right now. So introducing House of Prep on the live stream. Welcome, Jerry.
All right. Hey, what's going on, Cliff?
Yeah, nothing much. Good to, this is going to be a fun one. So I've been looking forward to this one all week so far. So this is great.
Oh yeah, me too.
I was going to quick little. It looks like you're actively in the chat room. There we go. House of Prep in the chat room.
That's me. So, oh yeah.
Prep It Forward's already saying to smash the like button. So without even knowing, we haven't even talked yet, and already smashed.
Wow, already hitting the like. Okay. Yeah, I had to jump on there. They start chanting Jerry, Jerry. You know, I got to jump on there. So.
If you can still hear me, I think I lost House of Prep there. Let me see.
Oh, I see you.
There we go. Okay, you're back. Okay, something happened, but we're back now.
Yeah, glitched. Yep.
The YouTube algorithms are trying to get us. They don't want us talking about prepping. So, and this is a funny comment from Prep It Forward. Why did the thought of people chanting Jerry, Jerry come into head? So that's an awesome comment. So welcome, Prep for It. And Denise Drake, because we're going to be talking on the Discord server afterwards about stuff. So this is going to be a fun one. So welcome everyone to the. I see Prepping Penguins there. Carmen, welcome to the live stream. Prepping Penguin, Amy, saying hi to Amy over there. Okay, looks like we have Amy here. We have a lot of people, so this will be fun. So I was hoping that let me get my app together here really quick. Okay, we got the YouTube channel. So you have all these videos. You have videos coming out all the time. I'm like, man, this is a seasoned YouTuber. And then I look, and you've been doing it for about 4 months now. So I was hoping that's not that long, and it's obvious that the message that you're putting out there is resonating with people. You're already up to about 3,500 subscribers, and it seems like 1,000 subscribers a month just going. So the message that you're doing is really resonating with people. So I thought maybe we could just get started with with the history of House of Prep on how you got started into prepping, and then what made you want to do the YouTube channel, and then we'll just go from there and talk about all things prepping.
Okay. Yeah, I purposely hadn't shared too much with you than the last times we've spoken.
Yeah.
So that way I could kind of do it now.
It'd be fresh. Yeah, great.
Yeah, it'd be fresh. And so it started off, I guess, growing up as a child. My mom used to always prep extra food. I grew up with 2 brothers, so you can imagine the amounts of food that we would consume in the household. So she would always have stuff put up, and whenever things would get tight, we would always have plenty of food. And that's kind of where you kind of learn that first food insurance theory, always having plenty of food in the house. So I just kind of was raised that way, of the being prepared on a certain level. And then I spent some years living in Florida and started experiencing like hurricanes with the power outages and everything that comes out with that. And you just kind of learned to be prepared for that, and not to wait till, the hurricane is 10 miles off the coast and now you're going out to buy stuff and it's too late. You know what I'm saying about that?
Yeah, totally.
So that kind of got us used to even more, just being prepared, and just for all year, just to always be prepared, so we don't have to fight the crowds, and nothing would, blindside us as far as the storms and such. And then as I got older and started having my own family and things, you just start thinking, well, the kids, and you start thinking, what it would be like if they had to go hungry or not having enough food to eat. And so you start planning for that, and you just start realizing, wow, I'm responsible for that. And you just, again, you just kind of raise your prepping game a little bit more.
Yep.
And then watching the world around us, again, it's just, okay, I need to keep raising my level. I need to raise the bar. There's just too many things going on in life, just in general, that could take you by surprise. And then it would be too late to start prepping at that point.
Yeah.
And I just kept with raising it and raising my bar. And then, as far as what's got me starting the YouTube channel, what actually kind of the beginnings of it, my two younger children, Brock and Kirsten, and they're probably watching this tonight. I
Well,
hope you guys
welcome.
are going to stay up late tonight.
Don't stay up too late.
Not too late. You got school. But they started a little small YouTube channel. They called it BK Casual, and that's about 4 years ago they started it. And it was fun, all kinds of fun little things they did as kids. And my daughter would always ask, well, when are you going to start your YouTube channel? And I'm like, oh no, I'm not into all that stuff. But after a few years of that, I'm thinking, I have fun with prepping. Prepping kind of becomes a hobby. Is that like with you at all, Cliff?
Well, yeah, so for me, I think we started off in the same, like, it sounds like you have a real practical background into wanting to get into preparedness due to, regional, natural disasters that could happen, the hurricane stuff. For me, it was more, I'm in the Pacific Northwest, so it was more earthquake, volcanic eruption, tsunami type stuff. Is the stuff that originally got me into it. But and I'm trying to remember what the original question was, but I think we come from the similar mindset and why we got into it. And then when I had my son was born, that's when I went full into prepping at that point. For up until then, I was kind of, it was a hobby and interest. And then when my son was born, it was a little baby, and he relied on me to, for food and for safety and for shelter and all these things. And I knew I needed to up my game as a parent. And so that's what I went in full in for. But for me, it's not my job to be prepping or to do YouTube or anything. I have a day job, and for me, it's a hobby, but it's also a passion, and when you put yourself out there on YouTube, it adds a different level of accountability that you want to. If you say you're going to do something, then you got to follow through on it because you've already announced it to the world. So that's what it's been for me.
Yeah. Some people are in the comments saying that something's frozen.
Oh, I'm frozen?
Cliff, you were frozen. Oh, I see you moving now. You were frozen on my screen too, but I see you moving now.
Wow. I don't know what's going on. So, but at least he's smiling. So if you could see me moving, I'm just going to keep talking there for a little bit. I could take me off camera and go to the backup cam if need be. So
yeah, or it could have been me just throwing my voice at your frozen face.
We have a few comments coming in right now, and I don't. This was a random one. I don't know if I should even ask it, but someone's saying, "Does he have a mullet?" Is that the real? I've never looked at the back of your hair. What are they? They're curious about your hair.
Oh, it's probably a shadow, maybe.
That's just so Minister Black. That's just a shadow there. There's no mullets going on here. But...
Yeah, no mullets. Sorry. Yeah. It's all short, guys. Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah. I knew I should have went with the hat. That's what
we were talking about. We were talking if you should wear the hat or not. Either business up in the front, party in the back. So, Jamie Hart. Yeah, that's what I was seeing coming in. On the, chat room. Cool.
Yeah, I can see what he's talking about though with the shadow. It makes me look like I have a mullet.
This is from Robin was one of the first person that let me know about you. So thank you, Robin. Thanks to Robin, we have House of Prep on this live.
Hey, Robin.
So,
yes,
both
I know Robin.
Communicators, and it's easy to follow and listen to your videos. So yeah, thank you, Robin, for that.
Thank you, Robin.
Hopefully, I'm not frozen anymore. So, let me get a couple more comments in before going on to the next topic. But yes, good communicators. I've gotten better at talking in front of a camera. It's kind of sometimes it's nerve-wracking. Looks like my things are disconnecting too. Let's see. If you could still hear me, I kind of hear some things going on in the background here. But I was hoping we could talk a little bit. You have a motto on your channel for live a life of preparedness. I was kind of curious if you could talk a little bit about where that comes from, and maybe how prepping's kind of changed life within your family.
Sure. Um, Prepping, a lot of times we focus on the food, and I was telling you, like, it's almost like a hobby. It becomes something like, I guess, the OCD kicks in, and you see empty parts of the shelf. You got to go back and fill them, and you got to make sure the labels are turned a certain way and all that. Well, then I start realizing, life's more than just preparing for food. Just in general, just having any type of curveball that comes at you. I did a video a while back on a story about my son when he was just a baby. There was an accident. He had to be life flighted to the hospital, and yeah, I went into all the details about that and the police showing up, and the life flight came in, and it's just you just kind of have to always be prepared for anything that can happen in a split second. This past weekend, I've done 2 videos. One, you'll see my red Camaro in there.
Yeah.
That Camaro was stolen. Literally, it was stolen. We were in Chattanooga. My wife and I was at our wedding anniversary, and it was stolen right out front of the valet. They left the keys in it, left it running, left it unattended. A homeless guy walking by jumped in it, and I watched my Camaro fly down the road. Yeah, that's the picture of the Camaro at the top, and that happened literally this past Saturday. And you see me there laying in the bed with my hoodie up, and I'm just all in my feelings. I'm just like, I can't believe it that my Camaro's gone. I'll never see it again. Yep, that was me. That's sad, man. Jerry, right there. Yeah, that's
very sad.
That I got hit with the curveball right there. I didn't duck. I got smacked right between the eyes of life. And so we did get the car back. The video after this video, look, the police caught the guy down in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, and I got my car back. It's in the shop right now. So literally, this is just a couple days ago. And I was thinking at the time, man, I'm supposed to be getting back. I got the interview with Cliff, and I'm thinking all these things. But again, that's just showing you life comes at you fast sometimes. I mean, you don't plan for it. It doesn't even matter how careful you are. I told the valet service down there, like, look, I don't even leave my car running in the driveway if I have to run into the house. I'm taking the keys with me. I'm not, so that was in their hands. And it doesn't matter how careful you are. Sometimes things are going to happen regardless. So living a life of preparedness, I mean, you just got to be ready. And when things happen, how do you respond to those things? Having a cool head, not losing your cool, not panicking, just that life of preparedness. And those are just some of the tops of the surfaces of what that would mean,
Awesome.
So.
It looks like I'm having a little bit of network difficulties. It looks like it's, I don't know if I'm glitching out for you. I can hear you just fine, but the video is pretty good. I may end up resetting my camera to see if that fixes it. So maybe, how about to help, I have my backup plan as a true prepper. I have my backup camera too. So that's
fine.
Network too. So maybe we'll take a couple questions and I'll just put it into full screen and then we'll go from there. I see some really great questions coming in for the people in the chat room. So how about this one's from Jamie Hart. This is a serious question. How do you prep without family thinking you are losing your mind? My family is too complacent.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm gonna give the floor to you. I'm gonna reset my camera and then I'll be back.
Yeah, and I'll tie that in family and friends, because even our closest friends, sometimes you'll bring up stuff and they look at you kind of like, what? But yeah, family. Look, I try not to promote it very much. I like to plant the seeds, I like to say, where I'll use what's going on in life, whether it's politics or if it's a disaster, whether it's a food shortage type thing or something going on, maybe something the media is hyping up, storms. It could be the snowstorms, it could be hurricanes. If it's something that I'm discussing with the family, I'll ask opening questions. So what have you done, to prepare for events like this? And let them kind of answer that, and let them kind of like, oh, well, and that they muddle through, and it's like, oh yeah, so it's kind of something that, it's kind of good to think about that, isn't it? To kind of have a plan, right? You kind of have some stuff put up, and so you kind of plant the seeds. I mean, because I get it, I've been there. you're all excited, and you want to share that excitement
Yeah.
and that accomplishment with your loved ones or with your closest friends, and you want them to be on board with you. It almost becomes like, that taboo. You can talk about everything but religion or politics.
Yep.
So you
It's
could
like a first
almost
date.
that's the third tier. You could talk about anything but religion, politics, or prepping.
Or prepping.
Yeah. So you know how that works, and you
Yeah.
know how sometimes you have to tiptoe around the subject and stuff, but don't give up on them. Don't give up on your family. Don't give up on your friends. Uh, and my family already knows I've lost my mind years ago. They already know that. Everybody
Yeah.
in my family knows that train is gone. It's left the station. I've already lost my mind. So, might as well just throw the prepping part in there with it, right?
Well, that's one of the good things about YouTube. And I think when I first started making the channel was I didn't have anyone to talk with locally in real life because they kind of think you're a little crazy. But there's a whole community of us crazy people out here to talk to
Yep.
about
Yeah, we're all
all
together.
things.
So
We could talk about the how we like molly webbing on backpacks and all sorts of things that most people like in your day-to-day life don't really care about. So hopefully
yeah,
hopefully I reset my camera. Hopefully it's working a little bit better. And I
it's a
did
lot
notice.
clearer.
Great,
Yeah.
great, cool. It looks like someone Susie saying YouTube's messing with every live show. It's not just you. Okay. So I thought that they didn't like that we were talking with each other. So this is
They
good.
probably don't like it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in a new alliance. They're trying to break it. Yeah.
Dave is saying that Jerry's become a gray man as of late. So maybe you're
Hey, Dave.
Were you a little bit more tactical or not as gray man then in the earlier videos maybe?
Oh, now, yeah, Dave has a vast amounts of knowledge and resource, and on my channel, I promote. I encourage him all the time to open it up and give advice, and so we pick each other's brain, and he gives all kinds of great. I call them little gold nuggets of info. Not just Dave, but I've got several great subscribers on my channel that they throw those gold nuggets of information, and look, I'm learning too, and I hope everybody knows that. It's not like I'm an expert at anything in the field. I'm on a journey, and part of me starting this YouTube channel, like you just had mentioned, it's about connecting and becoming more people that are more like-minded like me, and we're all on different levels. And I know that I'm still raising my level. I talked about that earlier. And as I'm on my journey, I'm sharing my information because I'd like to help people who are just beginning their journey. But at the same sense, I'm looking for people to follow. I'm looking for people that have knowledge. And like this year, I've been preparing. I want to do my first garden type things outside, and I've been picking brains and watching videos, and so I've really enjoyed it. I mean, this is so much, like you said, I have a job like you do. So YouTube's not my job. So it's so much fun and relaxing, and meeting so many interesting people that I feel like I've developed friendships with. Do you have that
totally
connection with?
Well, I mean, just us talking now, I feel like a lot of us were kind of wired the same. We have kind of a similar mindset. The stuff that we're concerned about or thinking about, we're pretty much aligned. And so that's why, we've just talked a few times and before going live. And it's like we've been longtime colleagues for a while, which is really cool. And I totally find that I enjoy the collaboration and the community aspect of posting these type of videos online with fellow preppers. And some of us have differences on what we think is the best piece of gear or what's the best bug out vehicle, or you name it. We have differences, but we still have that common thing that ties us all together. And then we also have some that are slightly outside of the preppers group. I call it prepper adjacent. But you're, if you're in the part of the knife community, you might not be a prepper, but you're still prepper adjacent. So you're closely tied to us as well. So, and you definitely have an awesome audience. They're all super nice. I see a lot of them here in the chat room too. It looks like I fixed my problems with the thing. So it seems you both seem like nice guys. Yeah, we're really mean outside of the camera, but
yeah.
People are still talking about the mullets. Maybe we should all get mullets. Yeah, let's make prepping mullets a thing. So let's use the hashtag prepper mullets. That's gonna be that'll be the theme of this live stream. We'll see if we can get that going. And Bernie definitely has a mullet too. That's not a conspiracy theory. That's true. So there's a lot of great questions coming in the chat room, and some of them may be from my folks, and some may be for yours too. So I want to get to those too, and then I have some more questions on my end for you as well. So I'm glad we got some of the technical difficulties fixed though. That's great. So
Oh yeah.
I'm just looking through. I'm just going to go random Q&A with the chat room. This will be fun. So this is from Danielle Hobbs. This is, what's your favorite thing to prep?
Oh man. Uh, Favorite thing to prep. I mean, probably food.
Yeah.
I love prepping food. Well, it's like I talk about my OCD and that, filling up the pantry and
Yeah.
but I mean it's fun, it's relaxing. I mean, let's be real. We love to eat, we love to cook, we love to try new things. Um so, I like to cook. I like my wife cooks and we take turns and she's supportive with the prepping and so the food aspect of it. I mean, if something were to go wrong in life and things, I mean, that's something that's pretty important. I mean, there's obviously a lot of other things we prep, but um, the thing that I like to prep the most would be food in different
Yeah.
varieties and trying different things to prep. And that
Well,
would that would
it's
probably be
definitely
it.
like the comment. We all share that in common.
Yeah,
We have people that are fall different lines politically or religiously or whatever it is. But the one thing that
yeah,
all of us have in common is that we all eat food, and when you have people come over to visit or something, you're usually having dinner or having
yeah,
food, and it's a way that it's yeah. So I totally agree that that's like an important thing, and like probably one of the best things to prep and probably the favorite thing. I've been getting into
yeah.
canning a lot lately, which is cool. Thanks to Denise, who's been in the chat room over here as well. So
Oh, cool.
that's been my new thing. It looks like people are subscribing. Good, subscribe. Thank you, Eric, for subscribing to House of Prep.
Appreciate that. Thank
Cool,
you.
yeah.
Thank
Let's
you.
see. Glad you're getting your car back, Jerry. That's awesome. Yeah,
Oh yeah. That's not a gray man vehicle, by the way. That's
it's
part
not
of
okay.
we've talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
In my
yeah.
channel, we've
Instead
had
of
discussions.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's yeah the red. It's yeah. I don't think
Yeah.
that's not a gray man vehicle. That's a
Yeah. That's not my bug. I mean, I guess I could bug out in a hurry. And
yeah.
maybe that's,
It's
yeah.
that's cool. There's let's see a lot of cool just general comments coming in. Let's see. I want to make sure I get the. I hate getting backlogged in the chat room for too much. So people are still
Sure.
talking
Yeah.
about the
No, yeah.
family and
Take
trips. Yeah, and
mhm.
we were talking. This is your first live stream of hopefully many more live streams to come. Then
Yeah, this is my first. I've never been live before, folks. So this
yeah.
is the first time.
So
So
everyone that's watching this live, hashtag Prepper Mullets. This is the first
yeah.
live stream for House of Prep. So this is
House of Mullets. That's where
yeah,
we're
House
gonna
of.
be now. House of Mullets.
I love it. The thing I like about Jerry is that the way he presents things more like a discussion board. Everyone gives input. That's awesome. Yeah, I think you just need to have a regular live stream. So I definitely like to watch that. So
Yeah, I'll have to
is that
start
something
doing
that
that.
you've been really conscious of doing with your channel, or is this just kind of naturally how you are? Because when you watch your videos, it feels like an interactive video. It doesn't feel like you're preaching or teaching. It's very community based. Is that something that you really wanted to do with your particular channel, or is that just kind of naturally how it came out?
Yeah, it kind of evolved into that pretty quickly. Once I started again, I started not knowing what I was doing and not knowing what to expect, to be totally honest with you, back in September, right at the beginning of the month. And I jumped on and I'm just like, let me talk about some things that might be near and dear to me and things that I'm doing. And then once I started to meet people, and that's where it changed, um, getting to know the people that were subscribing to me, it changed everything. And like it's not about me, it's about us, it's about all of us together. And I wanted to hear from them because I've learned, and they'll tell you, I'm learning from them, and I'll ask questions on my video. Hey, I want to do this, so you all tell me, you all control this video, and you guys, anybody that's jumping on this, you need to read the comments because that's where the real show is.
Yeah,
And they've never let me down. Every single time they've filled up the comments with all kinds, I call them gold nuggets of great information that if people take the time to go through those comments, I mean, real life wisdom and life experiences that we all share. And that's just kind of, it kind of evolved into that. And I've gotten to know my subscribers more by having that type of a give take relationship. So
Love it. See, guys, I told you you're going to love House of Prep. So let's take a quick little commercial break here. If you haven't already, go over to House of Prep's channel and subscribe. He started off the stream with 3.39. Let's refresh to see if we're making some progress here. But yeah, as you can see, this is the kind of preppers that really give prepping in a positive light, that show it as a practical thing, because oftentimes we could scare people off. We were talking beforehand, before we went live, as far as how you and I are more of like the 101 course for prepping to help set the foundation and make it a practical thing. And then we'll get
shallow end.
The shallow end of the pool, and then we'll get you into the zombies and the CMEs and all that stuff later. So but those are more of the advanced courses. Susie's so glad you speak like like-minded friends. Let's see. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. It feels like we've been talked a lot already, but this is our first one together. Oh, we have Amy always has great questions. Amy Fresh has great questions. What is one area of prepping that each of you would like to get better at?
You want to go first?
I'll go first. Let me see. Well, I mean, with prepping, like it's not always about like the super big emergency. Sometimes it's prepping for like job loss, or you can't work, do the health thing. So I personally, the financial part of prepping, like having more of a emergency set of cash for for your mortgage and for the bills and medical type stuff. That's stuff I think I could always get better at. But that just takes a lot of money too. So I'm actually getting more into some more investment type stuff to help out with that, for create just more of a breathing room, because you want to have a breathing room with food, and you want to have it with water. And I think the finances is another one. As far as something more gear related, I think I could always be better at comms related items for communicating with family and friends that aren't preppers, because they're not going to go get their their technician's license. My mom's not going to. She could barely, she has a hard time programming the TV remote. So, Mom, if you're watching, I'm not, no offense, but yeah. So I'd like to get better at community-based comms, and I'm working on it a lot and trying some different routes. But it's something I think I could improve upon. That's me. What about you?
Yeah, Amy, I talked about the gardening aspect. I don't have a green thumb. I just don't. My whole life, my dad, when I was a kid, I would help him with the garden that he would always have. And it seemed like my dad, his mom, my grandmother, they had green thumbs, and they plant stuff in the ground and it just grows and flourishes. I haven't had that same touch. So that's something that this year I had made a goal, and I'm going to stick to that goal, and I'm going to follow through with it to practice that craft and that skill. And that's something that that I've reached out to my little small niche community for pointers and such. And I've already gotten seeds. I've got some soil. I've got things. Again, I'm not going on a mass production scale, because I don't believe in biting off more than you can chew on anything. Because if you set your goals too high, then you end up getting frustrated and discouraged. And let's start off this year. This will be my trial year. That way, if I'm going to kill something, I don't want to kill a whole crop. I'm going to kill something small first, and then we'll. But no, I think I do pretty good with it this year. That and the other thing, I have not done any canning yet, believe it or not. And that's something that I've been talking again with some of my other encouragers that are pushing me to start doing that. So
you should talk to Denise is in the chat room over here, and I think we're going to be talking a little bit after on the Discord server. And she's the one that really encouraged me to get into canning. She's wondering so Jerry's wife is not pissed. Okay, that's Denise over there, and Denise is going to be coming out with a YouTube channel pretty soon. Denise, I hope you don't mind. I got to share some graphics over here. This is Under Pressure with Denise. There we go. We had her on the live stream. So that's going to be coming out soon. Stay tuned, everyone, for that, because it's going to be cool. It's pretty fun actually to do it, and it's because I buy a lot of canned foods, and for years I have at Costco and stuff. But you really don't know what's in the can. It could be I don't know. You don't know where the chickens are from, but you could really when you have a canner, you could. If you want to get organic chicken and can it, you can, and you feel a little bit more comfortable with it, as long as you do it correctly, and not with the botulism type stuff. But but yeah, it's pretty. I have a lot of fun doing it. I find it to be pretty relaxing, and it's just and food preps is just important. So I think it's good.
Hmm. Yeah.
Man, yes, Faith for Prepper's been given words of encouragement the whole time. Doing great, Jerry. So
Hey, FP. Yeah.
yeah, Faith for Prepper's awesome. And let's see, I've been canning for the last 3 days. That's awesome. Yeah, every time I can, for some reason, it's the whole house reeks of tuna fish for some reason. I have no idea why. But my wife is she's not happy about it. She's mom is pissed on that. So
That's
it
funny.
looks like
Yeah.
Will says just subscribe to House of Prep. Thanks for you're very welcome.
Oh, thank you.
There's a lot of great man. I'm gonna geez, which one could I get to? Let's see. Rachel's always really good on this one. What's the hardest thing to prep? We didn't cover this one yet.
No, we haven't talked about that.
What is the hardest thing to prep? Stuff that's expensive? I don't know.
Well, right now, if you own any type of self-defense item,
Yeah.
let's say, and
Yeah.
you have to
Ammo.
have the items to put in the self-defense items, you can't find them right now. So that's
Yeah.
an easy answer. That's just stuff you can't find, you know.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned more of maybe equipment and things that electronically or communications and things that cost maybe more money, or generators and
Mhm.
different things that cost. It would raise your budget. Your budget would explode on some things, which there's obviously we could all make wish lists, and I think that would be the hardest thing, is getting those next level items that would just, man, that would be awesome to have in a situation. Um, to me, that's the biggest, probably the hardest items. I don't know about you,
Yeah.
Cliff.
Yeah. I totally agree with all the stuff that you said. When there's stuff that's you want to even canning right now, it's hard to find jars and
Well,
lids and
right. Yes.
it's super hard. Like you have to get because you want to get it locally because you don't want to get the shipment with a bunch of broken mason jars. But I'm having a heck of a time trying to find those kind of things. But I think probably the hardest thing is to get that like that bug out location if you had like a piece of property, because it's a money and it's a big decision too. So I think like having a bug out location, like just getting that set up is the hardest thing to do. So
Oh, Cliff, yeah. I mean, trust me, that's on the wish list. I would love to have that little piece of property out in the middle of nowhere. Uh, its own little creek or stream, something coming through it.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, would love to have something that you could just kind of start prepping and stocking stuff away and just kind of getting that set up. And
Yeah.
I would love that. That would be
I
incredible.
think yeah, the way to do it, I think, is to do it as more of like an investment property, a cabin, summer vacation cabin, and then
Ah,
maybe
yes.
someday, maybe someday you'll just go full time over there. Maybe that's the way of doing it. But
Exactly. I would take the kids there to go camping, and it would be like you said, a family property, but you just don't obviously disclose it to everybody,
yeah,
and just, yeah, like you said, just kind of that slow, methodical changeover. Yeah.
yeah. Looks like Danielle Hobbs subscribed. Can't wait to check out the channel. Thank you, Danielle, for subscribing to House Prep.
Thank you.
I should probably do another reminder really quick. If you're not already subscribed, if you're listening to us live, hopefully you should press the subscribe button, and you press. I don't have the notification button. Press this. So right, boom, notification all. Now you'll get every single House of Prep video. As you can see, House of Prep Jerry is awesome and really presents preparedness in a positive light. If you're watching this video in the future, maybe it's the year 2023 or 24. Hopefully we're doing okay. And I bet you'll still love watching House of Prep. So if you're watching in the year 2024, we'd like to say hi from the past, and we hope we're doing okay. So
Yeah.
there's man, so many great questions coming in here in the chat room, and I know I'm going to be missing some. I'm just going to do. We'll do our best to see if we can get through all of these. So, and I see some friends of yours that your subscribers seem to be really, really nice. So that's awesome.
Oh, they're a great group. Yeah, they're really cool.
It's addressed to me, but it's a tough question. Tup, what do you suggest for my friends that are on insulin, since it only stays good for a short time? That's I don't know enough about insulin because I don't have to take it. But it seems like a good video topic for someone we just get them out in our hand. Do you know on this one?
Well, I just got done reading. I don't know if you've ever read the book 1 Second After.
Yeah, yeah.
And I tell you what, insulin was the thing in the book. There was a lot of other problems, But without giving the book away. Look, if you haven't
Yeah.
read One Second After,
Yeah, that's like the
we've
number
talked
one like
about
one
it.
to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it makes you think, and it could kind of get you with that insulin question. Look, that's rough. Yeah, there. I don't know if there's like a short term. I would just say just always keep a rotation of
Yeah.
insulin. Like always have enough that you're not wasting insulin. You don't ever. I say that like with any medicines or things that have a shelf life, you always keep a backup of it where you have enough, like if there was a catastrophe, small, like you said, short term, something that, okay, we can't go right now because everything's shut down, but if you have a backlog of it, and the doctors allows you to kind of have a prescription to where you can keep maybe a 6 month supply and just rotate. And that's what I would recommend, is get that doctor on board to say, hey, I'm a prepper. I believe in being prepared. If there was something that happens, I'd like to have enough insulin to where it doesn't go bad,
Yeah.
but that I have some to fall on if I can't get it, because that's your lifeblood. You got to have it.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I don't have to take insulin, but and from my understanding, it has to be refrigerated too, right? Is that
Yeah.
Yeah, so that makes
Yes.
it a little bit tougher. Yeah,
Yep.
just like you mentioned, I'd probably have to approach it. I'd have to think about it more, but I'd have to approach it just like I do with, because I take prescription medicine, and that has it lasts longer than insulin. But you can't have I can't have 10 years worth of prescription
No.
medicine. But you
Yeah.
can work with your doctor, I think. Again, we're not giving medical advice, but what I do
Nope.
is
Not a doctor. Yeah.
you too. It's cool. We're just talking. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, but what I did is I talked with my doctor. I'm like, hey, I'd like to have a better stash of my prescription, my heart, because I take heart medicine because
Yeah.
for I had chemotherapy when I was 20. Saved me, but messed up my heart. So,
Yeah.
but I was able to work with my doctor to be able to get uh, more of like the 90-day prescriptions. And what I just started doing is just paying for some of it out of pocket and then using the insurance for the normal monthly one. So now I have more
Sure.
of a stock rotate, and I just rotate it. So I think you'd have to do
Yeah.
the same with the insulin. So,
That's what
uh,
yeah, that would be your first step. Yeah.
but definitely and then make sure that you have some generators or some way of keeping them. Maybe having a smaller refrigerator that's just for that. I guess that you can maybe power it with a smaller generator, or maybe some kind of battery, like an energy power bank or something. Is what?
hmm
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be great.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's man, good question. Wow,
Yeah,
that's a
that's
good
a
one.
really good question. Yeah.
That's a tough one. I think we could probably talk. We could. I'm going to ask that to more people because that's. I think that's an important one. I think a lot of people
Yeah.
would need to have that answered. So
hmm
there were. Yeah. Let's see. For canning, check out. Yeah, definitely check out Sutton Stace. Sutton Stace is going to be coming back on the live stream later this month. The Candelorian returns. So, so yeah, definitely check out Sutton Stace. She's awesome. And I saw that. Let's see. Rip Curl's in the house. I welcome Rip Curl to the. There we go. What great info. Yeah. Welcome. Good to see you. Let's say some hi to some people. Let's see, Prepper Book Club's happy that you got your car back.
I
Berkey,
appreciate that.
Berkeys are amazing. You're correct. That's let's see, S.J. Mullen subbed to Hop. I like
Oh,
you have
thank
an
you,
acronym
SJ.
too.
Hop, I've had that. Yeah, hop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome because I have my acronym. When I first started my channel, I was like, I'm not
Oh
going to be
yeah.
I'm not going to be one of those acronym guys because nothing fancy. 15 years ago had TNP. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that. And then, now I have it in the back. So that's funny. But you have the Hop one. So
Yeah.
iHop is going to have the domain, but maybe we could get that too. So
I'll just
uh,
get a black marker and I'll write it on my wife's wall up here.
yeah.
Hop.
There was a question. It was ways back. I probably can't find it, about how your wife feels about prepping and you becoming a YouTube preparedness personality now. How is your wife like your YouTube channel? I know she may be in the background listening too. I don't know.
Yeah, she's watching on hers off and on. Yeah, she said when I was kicking in gear with things, and she's like, okay, look, just as long as I don't see it everywhere, like keep it kind of behind, like as far as like all the extra items and the backups to everything and the long-term storage foods. And she's, as long as I don't see it, like just keep it put up, whatever you do with it, that's fine. But just not to where it's interrupting the day-to-day living and the organizing and keeping her house in order and stuff. So we've been very successful, and she's on board. She's totally agreeing. She helps with rotating. She
Yeah,
helps to make sure that we replace items. We write them on the grocery list as we empty something. Everything gets rotated, and then like the new item goes somewhere. So we have like a little system that we do, and it does look. That's a great question, because having family on board with you, the family you live with, and having everybody on the same team,
yeah,
have the buy-in of the family is like I like to call it.
yeah. I love
When
it.
you get buy-in, yeah, it makes it so much easier to do what you want to do. And then with the YouTube channel, she thinks it's great. Uh, she's super encouraging, and that makes it easier for me, and that helps me to be better successful at what I do, knowing that I have that support,
That's
and that's
awesome.
important. Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of people are liking our acronyms. We got Hop Tup. We have the Tup and Hop Show.
there we
That's just
go.
the acronyms that we
Yeah,
can't get around these acronyms.
I like it.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't know what this question is. Is it a question? Longer term source cow pancreas and raised rabbit. Okay, there we go. I think
Yeah.
I'm halfway into a discussion. It sounds like there. Again, if you,
But the rabbit thing, I mean, my
rabbit,
great grandparents, they used to have rabbits in Kentucky, and when I was a kid, going there, and I'd feed them and play with them and stuff. I didn't know that one of them was going to be dinner that night, but
yeah, my grandma, my dad's side of the family, we Puerto Rican, and my grandma, we called her Mama.
yeah,
Every once in a while, she liked killing an animal and eating it, basically. And so
yeah.
we would have these random pets in her backyard, and we became friends with them. They had names, and like a turkey or something, or a goat or something like that. And then like, hey, Mama, where's Sandy or whatever we named the goat? Oh, you're eating him.
How's he taste?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she has there's some funny stories that I could say on. I don't want YouTube to get me on this one.
Oh, okay.
Where she processed some of the animals, like
Cruelty to animals.
well,
You're
it wasn't-
demonetized. Yeah.
yeah, she was it came right from So she just, I mean, it was fresh. So, but I'm gonna keep it. We've got to keep it good. So let's see. We have our first. I have this particular live stream going out. Not only it's going live to YouTube, live to Facebook, and I have it going live to Twitch, and we have a Twitch commenter, and this is from the Ripper. And hey, man, been a big fan of yours for years. So welcome on Twitch for those of you that are watching. So we're broadcasting all over the place. So
That's cool.
That's really cool. So yeah, let's get some more Twitch commenters, because I don't even know how many people are watching on Twitch. But yeah, thanks for dropping by. This is fun. Man, still some people are still liking the hop tup. So cool.
Yeah.
I think the mullet thing's still going around. So.
And make sure everybody's hitting the thumbs up button for Cliff for his.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, if you like
Yeah.
this, smash the like button, because it really helps. We've got a bunch of algorithms seeing if they like what we're talking about, and if people are commenting, it's good. If people are smashing the like button, that's good. And,
It'll help Cliff out, so everybody do that. So,
thank you.
Yeah.
See, guys, I told you this guy's awesome. So he's so nice.
Yeah.
Let's go. If people are saying hi to each other.
Yeah, that's good. That's
awesome.
what's cool too, is when everybody they're all interacting and stuff, and I like that.
Yeah, YouTube used to be a lot more like back in the day when I first started, like in 2011. It was like you could do video replies to a video. So like if I made a video, someone could have a follow-up video and tag my video, and then you could watch my videos, and then you could watch a bunch of tags to it. And it was a lot more community based. And like I missed that aspect of it. Now it's just more about views and watch time and analytics, and none of that used to be there. Now I missed the aspect of it being more community based. But I think at least in the preparedness community, and especially with your audience, we could tell that it's very community driven, and it's while you might be the face of, or the mascot of your channel, I'm the mascot of mine. It's just more of getting all of us to talk with each other, which is great, I think.
Yeah.
Cool. This is
I saw you, Brad, on there. Happy get my wife a Dunkin' Donut drink. Happy wife, happy life.
Okay. It looks like let's see. I think my mom just came to watch the live stream. Let's see. This is Tup's mom. Mom is watching.
Hey!
So hi, Mom. So yeah, this is Mom. Meet Jerry. Jerry, meet Tup's mom. So
hey, Cliff's mom.
I've been trying to get her on the live stream, but she's worried she's going to say something that will get me in trouble or something, but I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, Apex, did you catch what Cliff said earlier? Your ears must have been burning. Yeah, my mom, I was talking about you and the remote control, and, and so you must have known. So somehow, moms have that kind of that sixth sense where they can have instincts like that.
They do. Yep.
Yeah, this is from Sheila. The prep community is amazing. It is amazing because we can't talk to everyone, but we could talk to each other here. I mean, we can't talk to everyone in real life, but we could talk to them virtually through our community here. People are saying hi to my mom, so that's great.
Yeah, well, hey, that's cool. The VIP.
So. Yeah, there you go. So there's a couple really good questions over here that I missed. They're kind of getting buried. Someone's asking about Gab. Let's see. Are you on Gab? Yes, I'm on almost all the sites. We were just talking before going live. As I'm like, hey, you got to make sure you get your name on all the. You don't want some knockoff awesome prep channel coming. So I have a Gab TV. I'm on Odyssey. I'm on all of them. I have a TikTok, even though I don't know what to do with it. Anyway, yep. Again, we got some Twitch people here watching this. Happy wife, happy life. That was
true. The one. Yeah, that's the one that I was seeing. Yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, I rarely get to get Dunkin'. I like the mom and pop donut shops locally, but I was going to say, you were talking about she just doesn't want to see a bunch of stuff laying around, and that's one of my faults, and my wife isn't happy with it because there's a lot of stuff around, and because of the prepping thing is spilling into normal things. So I have it at one point when we were in an apartment, a much smaller space, and I had to get a storage unit because there was too many things laying around. So she's totally right on that. So hopefully you're doing well on that one.
So far.
Yeah. House of Prep is an awesome channel. Subscribe.
Hey, Jeffrey.
There's Jeffrey.
I appreciate you, buddy.
That should be the title for every collab. Yes.
There's my kids, BK Casual. That's
BK is the casual? Okay.
That's welcome. My kids.
Hello. So. Your dad's on YouTube.
Hey, guys.
You're a prepper. Awesome.
Love you guys.
My kids, they're so used to me doing videos that they just come in every once in a while, and it doesn't matter.
My kids love it.
Yeah,
Dad's on YouTube. This is awesome. I finally got him on there. Yeah,
and it's free. And their kid. The cool thing is their kids usually their friends think it's pretty cool. So they, hey, your dad's on YouTube. That's good. Oh, we got some more Twitch people. Amy's over on Twitch as well. She's on multiple locations. She's on YouTube and on Twitch watching us. That's awesome. I want to get to a couple more questions. So, and I'll answer this one. Is your mom a prepper? No, my mom is not a prepper. So, do you guys ever talk about snares? They're using snares for catching wild game. No, I've never talked about it, and I'm not that good at it. What about you?
That's a great question. That's something that's on my list, brother. That's I mean, that's a great question. That's a topic that I had that conversation with somebody once, and I bought into it. I was like, yeah, I need to learn a little bit of that. Have you ever watched that show? It was called Alone.
Oh yeah, I'm big into those kind of shows, and like Naked and Afraid, they're always making snares. So.
Oh man, they're catching mice and stuff, and it's like a feast for them and all that. And I was like, oh wow, but yeah, I've seen them made, but I've never like gone out and actually practiced it. And that's something I probably need to work on. Yeah,
totally. There's some good questions coming in here. Let's just do rapid fire Q&A. We're doing rapid fire Q&A with House of Prep from Jerry.
Let's do it.
Here we go. This is Blue Vandal. Do you have an idea how long dog food lasts for? This kind of depends on the dog food you get, but
yeah, and I guess on how you store it, like if it's sealed, and I guess you can vacuum seal.
Yeah.
Dog food, like dry. I don't know. Well, obviously the canned food, that's going to have a longer shelf life too, probably.
Yeah. We do a kind of a mixture of different dog food because we have 2 dogs and a cat, and for like bugging out, like we go with the the freeze dried like duck or something like that. It's super lightweight and it gives them all the protein that they want, which is cool. But for dog food, as far as the shelf life, they have Gamma Seal lids like specific for pet food where they're stackable too. It's pretty cool, and Costco has them. I would probably recommend that for it. We do it like we do with prescription medicine, where we have a rotation going through with a buffer. So
yes,
so I haven't had to worry too much about that part of it.
But I mean, hey, preparing for your pets too. I mean, that's just as important as prepping for your family. So that is family. So
there was one. Someone is asking about. Man, I missed it here. Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah.
Tup and Hop, please consider a top preps bid for 2021. World seems crazy. Yeah, we can do that. Sounds like a good video.
Oh wow, yeah.
Tim's live on the live stream. Thank you. Welcome, Tim. You are live with us right now. Here's the one I was looking for. Prep for It is asking, what is the weirdest thing you prep for?
Uh, look, I love science fiction. I love sci-fi stuff,
This
and
is going to be good. This is
so either an alien invasion or the zombie apocalypse. Look, the zombie apocalypse, it can happen. Okay, I'm just telling you, it can happen. My wife and I will have that debate, and she humors me.
That's funny.
They've got something out there, some kind of a biological weapon out there somewhere that's going to start the thing. And once it starts, so, you're going to be wishing you listened to the mullet man here. Yeah, yeah,
That's funny.
yeah.
Yeah. What's the weirdest thing? I don't have anything really weird. I mean, a few years back, I thought it was weird because I made a pandemic room kit, and everyone was making fun of me about it. And then 2 years later, then like coronavirus happened. So then it doesn't seem as weird as what I thought it was.
Right. Yeah.
The other day, I was really it was earlier. It was in January, and I was worried about EMP. I think EMP is probably that's like kind of the boogeyman for preppers. And there was one night I woke up in the middle of the night and I'm like, I got to put all my electronics in my Faraday bags for some reason. I just had like this gut. I don't know. It didn't happen, of course, but I remember I woke up like at 3 a.m. and I'm just like, I have a bad feeling something's going to happen. So I just put it all in Faraday bags. But EMP is kind of like the big scary thing for most preppers, I think, or for a lot of preppers.
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
There was man. Oh man, there's so many questions.
Said zombies are walking among us already. Hey, I can understand that. I can understand that. Yeah.
They're zombies or lemmings, one of the I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know we have Bernie's been over here too. We should probably get him on a little bit. There's so many great questions coming in. I want to see if I can get to all of them. Let me go back to rapid fire mode. So I'll try not to talk. I'll try not to talk.
I know.
Okay. Here we go. This is from Rebecca. Let's see. How do you handle your water storage? Any particular containers that tend to leak less?
Excuse me. Yeah. I'm fortunate that we just kind of moved into a new house just this past year, and there's actually like a creek that runs in our backyard. So when I discovered that, I didn't realize it was back there at first, and then when I saw that, I was like, man, bonus, huge score having that. So having some 5-gallon buckets, and I'll have access to water. I have gotten a couple of the big 6-gallon jugs. I've got them dated and marked, and stuff, so that way after a year can rotate them if I want, or have the bleach, or disinfecting tablets and all that. So for my storage, I don't overkill on the actual water storage in my case, because I do have access to get to water if needed. And then obviously Life Straw, 5-gallon buckets, could boil, could use, disinfecting and all that stuff. So I'm fortunate in that sense, that I do have a spot that I can get it from. So I don't know what's your scenario.
Yeah, I mean, I like doing the 5-gallon water jugs because I can pick them up. Like a 55-gallon one's too heavy for me.
Oh, right.
So that's what I do. But in Washington, there's rain all the time. I'm not as worried as food as I am for other things, personally. Let's go back. We'll go rapid fire mode. Let's see. There's talking about this from Digital Prepper. House of Prep. Do you have pets? How do you prep for them?
Yeah, no. We have no pets right now. Cool. Like I said, it's a newer house. And so right now, no cats, no dogs. I mean, right now, no pets whatsoever. Right now, so cool. Had dogs in the past and things, but grew up with a dog. But yeah, right now, it's kind of simple for that end of it right now. So
yeah, this is a great question from Mr. Morris. Do you have a bug out playlist for the kids to stay focused on everything but why we had to abruptly jet? I need to do something.
Like a playlist.
I'm wondering if it's a video. Mr. Morris, I don't know if that's like a video thing or a bug out playlist for the kids to stay focused on everything. It sounds like a good video topic.
I mean, that's a great idea. I
Yeah,
never
thank you,
even
Mr.
thought
Flores.
about that.
Mr. Flores, thank you. We're going to steal that,
So all right,
and
yeah,
we are going to monetize it.
yeah, yeah.
People are still talking about the mullet. You make sure you use hashtag prepper mullet. Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Let's see. Let's see.
You watch the next time I'm on here, or if you ever invite me back, I'll make
Yeah,
sure I'm wearing a nice big old mullet wig.
I have a
Coming here.
mullet
Yeah.
in the back just in case I ever need it, so I have it ready to go. But
Yeah.
cool. Let's see. I had some questions I had stock for the same. Again, well, thank you to all the people that are on Twitch watching that. This is really cool. So we haven't seen Twitch comments the whole time. So I have some random questions that I had prepared, and these were from Denise. Do you want to do prepping type questions, or do you want to do non-prepping questions?
Oh, there's some different ones coming at us here.
Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna go. These are questions directly from my heart. So here we go. Let's do a couple of these ones. Okay.
Man, mix it up.
What would you sing at karaoke night?
Oh wow. Man, I have to go back to old school.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe sing some Bed of Roses, or I'd do some fun songs. Oh man. Yeah, I just try to think.
We don't have to sing it now, but maybe the next live stream we'll do karaoke.
Yeah, maybe Ice Ice Baby from Vanilla Ice. Oh yeah, I could break that out right now. Yeah.
Okay, so everyone, stay tuned for the next live stream.
Yeah, we'll do it on the next time. Yeah,
we're gonna do a rap battle or karaoke night somehow.
Yeah.
Although the algorithms will probably get us for copyright.
That's true.
We'll figure something out for you.
I'll change the words around. Yeah.
Here's another one. What are you watching for entertainment? Do you have any fun TV shows that are for entertainment purposes?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the different series. Do you remember Karate Kid?
Oh, yeah. And are you watching Cobra Kai then? Or
Cobra Kai? Oh,
Cobra Kai is like one of the best shows. That and The Mandalorian, like right now.
Yes, Mandalorian.
Are
Absolutely.
just like Cobra Kai is so good. It takes it. I didn't think it was going to be this good as it was, but it has the perfect balance of nostalgia with some campy modern stuff. It makes fun of some of the things of today with the lens of 80. It's just, I think it's almost the perfect show for me at least. I love it.
Just the right amount of cheesiness,
Yes.
It's perfect. Yeah, it just brings it all back, and especially if you kind of grew up in that era. It's funny watching you, like our older kids kind of seeing us watching it, and they're like, "What, this show?
Yeah.
We don't like this show." You just don't get it,
Yeah. It's and I love Johnny Lawrence in it. I just love everything about it.
Oh yeah.
How about I'm going to do? We're right at the hour mark, and I think it's time for some Cobra Kai questions. So I have some questions for you on who would win. So let's go. Who would win between? Let's go. Chosen. Do you remember Chosen from the? Oh, do I want to give any spoilers out? Maybe I don't want to. Who would win between 1984? I think that's when Karate Kid take place. Johnny Lawrence 84 versus Miguel from present Cobra Kai.
Ooh.
Oh, in a tournament fight.
Yeah, tournament fight. I would still go with Johnny Lawrence.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think Miguel, he's only trained Johnny was training his whole childhood, it sounds like, and Miguel fairly recently, although he's a fast learner, but
right. Well, Johnny's downfall is his cockiness, though.
Yeah.
If he toyed around, if he just meant business and just did his thing, and it's all business, didn't let his emotions get in the way or his anger and cockiness get in the way, I think he's unbeatable.
Yeah, he's really good. One of the ones I was always curious. I don't know how we got into Cobra Kai. We're talking prep stuff, but we'll somehow bring it back to preparedness.
Self-defense.
Yeah, this is self-defense. Self-defense lessons with House of Prep.
Right.
What about? Did you watch Karate Kid 3 with Mike Barnes and Terry Silver? I don't know if you.
Oh yes, I didn't watch it obviously as many times.
Yeah,
the million times I watched Karate Kid, but yes, I do remember that.
The one I was always wondering is how would Johnny Lawrence do against Mike Barnes, he was like that
wow
boy karate
Yeah.
person in that one. I
I
always thought that would
mean,
be because they're both
that,
aggressive, and I
yes,
thought there would be a good match.
that would be a fun match. I would like to see that.
I'm hoping that in the next season of Cobra Kai, then maybe we'll see some of that. I don't want to give any spoilers out to
Oh,
people.
would they bring him back? That
I
would be
think
awesome.
I think they're gonna. Spoiler alert! If you haven't seen the last season of Cobra Kai, this isn't too much. I hope that they bring back Terry Silver from Karate Kid 3 because I thought he
Oh,
was he
man.
was an awesome villain.
They've been holding that back, aren't they?
He was so good because he was like like a millionaire billionaire, and he had a friend from Vietnam from Crease, and
Yeah.
he put it all away for a few weeks. Told his secretary, "Hey, I'm going to be out for just to kind of troll like a 18-year-old karate kid, basically." And
Yeah.
he just was totally maniacal, and but he could switch back and forth from good to nice, or bad to nice. I thought he was an awesome character, and so anyway.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Great personality.
All right. So that was our tactical discussions with
Yeah.
regarding Cobra Kai with House
Uh-huh.
of Prep. We're going to get it back to who wins. This is a good. Who wins a prep battle between the two of you? Your pantry's looking real nice. I don't know. This yeah. There's a
Well, you've
you
already
have
gotten into canning, so I think
I've
you're
got some
already one up
canning,
on
but
me.
I think you have some tactical abilities that we've left out on here. That's going to be a good thing too. So yeah, that's a
Yeah.
again, we're all in the same community. We're worried about the zombies, not about each other, guys. Come
Oh,
on.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we are going to be. I love the Mandalorian. There's really,
Oh,
really
yeah, I
cool.
was in Krill. And I don't want to give spoiler
Really,
alerts, so I
Cobra
won't say
Kai.
anything.
Yeah, Mandalorian's a good one too.
Yeah, Cobra Kai.
Yeah, Cobra Kai. Let's see. Okay, this is a question from the negotiator. Do you have multiple log out locations? I think that's probably bug out locations. And if so, do you have any caches placed in your locations?
No, that's a great question. That's something that we were discussing
Yeah,
earlier.
we talked about that earlier. Yeah.
Man, I would love to. Yeah. I wish list, my wife will tell you. Definitely that's something that we would kind of just keep looking into, like you said, another property investment somewhere that would be off the mat, the side, kind of the sidebar thing. Yep.
Yeah, I was super into. Years back I did a bunch of multi caches for like bug out routes, and I haven't checked on them for many years. I should probably check on them and see how they're doing.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
yeah, that was something I was super into. I was kind of treating it like a geocache project,
Oh, that's
but
cool.
prepping. So that was my thing. Yeah, that's the negotiator. Thank you for the reminder. I'm going to check out on some of my. But yeah, it's hard to have a bunch of caches in some remote cabin that you're not going to be at all the time because people. If you're not there and you don't have surveillance, they can really raid it. So, but yeah.
Yeah, you have to let me know what you find out when you
Yeah, I'll let you know how I did,
Yeah.
because I did like the PVC pipes and some stuff like where you kind of seal them with certain stuff. So hopefully
Oh, man. Yeah.
This is cool. I'm gonna we'll do a few more questions. I know I don't want to take up too much of your time. We're having if we're talking about the Mandalorian and Cobra Kai, we could go on for this could be a
Oh, it would be
4-hour
all
stream.
night. Yeah.
All night. If you guys are just tuning in right now, we're talking with House of Prep. Make sure that you go over to the YouTube channel and subscribe to it. Make sure you click the notification button that you see right there. As you can see, Jerry from House of Prep is awesome. He really presents prepping in a positive light. He's super community oriented. He gets everyone involved. If you're in the comment section, he's going to involve you in there. And it's not like Jerry's not going to be. I'm talking with you here, but you're not like teaching or preaching or anything. You're discussing, and it's just a really great way of presenting preparedness. And I've really enjoyed it, and I think it's obviously resonating with people because you've had the channel for 4 months and it's just growing pretty fast. So
been a lot of fun. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I think we have time for a few more questions. Let's do this one from Nally. This is any preps to think about for the kids people may not think about besides the usual for babies. I'll let you go, and then I'll.
Man, that's almost like a mom question because, I'm thinking, diapers, formula.
Mom, where are you at?
Yeah. Hey, where's your mom? Get your mom on here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the first, like you said. I know you're saying not counting just the usual stuff we think of. But man, I mean, that's a great question because there may be some underlying things that being a dad or a man that we're pretty observant and we can kind of know a lot of things, but there's some things that we just don't see. And I think that's a mom question. And hey, here's a great opportunity, like I do on my channel. If you guys have some ideas, throw them in the comments right now.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, and that's where I get my information. Like that's how I answer that question. If it's
I get it.
something I don't know, I reach out, you phone a friend. But
Yeah.
seriously, that gives a chance for everybody to share that. And
Totally.
and
And
see, they're
yeah,
already doing it. I'm
yeah, they're
looking over
already.
the comments, and bam, you're instant in wisdom and information just pouring out, and that's
There's
what I
someone
like.
out there that knows the answer to something that you don't have. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Yep.
So and this we have a great community to do that. Do it. I think that's about the geocaches. Yeah, I'll have to dig some of those up and see how they looked. Let's see. There's I don't know, vegan zombies. I haven't heard about the vegan going yelling for grain.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good.
Grains. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, the geocaches. Let's see. This is from Rip Curl. We're going to try to get Rip Curl on the live stream too. This is awesome. Thanks for sticking around,
Yeah.
Rip Curl. House of Prep. Are you in a mag? If not, why and would you? Is that like a magazine or what's?
Yeah. I work in a Christian school and also go to church there as well. And there's a lot of other people that are like-minded like me, some that are retired military, and we have a lot of really in-depth conversations. You can imagine being around them day in and day out.
Yeah.
We've talked about what if this and what if that, and obviously this past year with everything that's gone on, you start gravitating towards people like that. Like that's a great question. And I actually brought that up to him just a couple weeks ago. I'm like, okay, look, in all seriousness, are we able to come together? Are we able to work together? Because we're all within driving distance of each other, and we all have different skills and different things that we could bring to the table for defense and for survival and different. So they're like, absolutely, yes, we would do this. We would come together, and so I've kind of already developed it without actually, hanging the club sign up and whatever we're going to name it. But yeah, we kind of have that already understanding that yes, if something happens, we would come together and we would band together as brothers and sisters and use that. We even talked about defending the school. Like, could we realistically defend this? And some of the military guys are like, absolutely. Oh yeah, tactically this place would be locked down and we could figure this out and that out. And so I've got a nice little group that's growing right now. So
That's
that's a
awesome.
great question. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the mutual assurance type groups, there's a lot of those are forming. I think it's so important because even if you're the most hardcore prepper out there, you still have to sleep, and you kind of have to work in tandem with folks. And having those kind of groups that are aligned in the same way, I think it's the way to do it. So yeah, so cool. This is Rhonda, the great topics, and thank you very much. Yeah.
Thanks, Rhonda.
Man, I feel like that we could just keep going on and on, but I don't want to take up too much more of your time. This is from May May. This is new to prepping, and your videos have been so helpful. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. That's from May May. That's awesome. Let's see. A couple more over here, and then I want to. I'm going to be okay. Great. This is Rip Curl. Like the answer. Great answer, and great thinking through it and asking the great questions. Good stuff. Yeah. Thank you, Rip Curl.
Thanks, Rip.
Yeah, Rip. We're going to get you on. Let's talk. I think we could do like March or something. Let's just aim for that. So we'll be talking offline. So, cool, great. It's great that you war game scenarios. That's good.
I mean, I would love to actually practice it with some of my buddies, some of the people. I would say, hey, let's pick a night and let's do some role playing. I mean, I think that would be smart. So
yeah. For I was going to go back on the baby. Yeah, I was going to say like for the baby preps, having like the babies and kid medicine, the first aid stuff is be the stuff that I think would be the most important because it's different doses than what adults have. So
true.
Yeah. So that's what I would do. Well, man, we've been talking for a while now. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I want to make sure that everyone, if you guys are tuning in now, we're coming to the end of the road with our talk with House of Prep, but we're going to get you on. If you want to come on again, you have an open invite to come anytime, and I'd love to have you as often
Oh,
as
that would
you're
be awesome. Yeah,
willing
I
to
mean, I
come.
love hanging out with you.
Yeah, this is fun. So make sure you go over to his channel. A lot of great topics over here. We didn't even get to talk about some of the stuff that I was hoping to, like some of the food pantry preps and food shortages and those kind of things. So we just have to get to those next time. And by the way, everyone
Okay.
should watch this toilet paper video. Let me copy that really quick. I'm going to put it in the chat room one sec. So
That one
anyway,
was a lot of fun.
yeah,
Sometimes
that
I
was a
just,
fun one.
yeah, I try to still do stuff that's still relatable, but every once in a while I'll throw in a little fun because,
Yeah.
while you're prepping, you got to have fun doing it.
Well, there's a
Don't make
lot
it
of
a job,
yeah. I mean,
So,
when you watch your videos, you could tell that you're having fun doing it too. There's a lot of preppers that it's very very serious, no smiles, and sometimes you got to have to. The stuff that we talk about sometimes is scary topics, but you kind of have to smile at it. So smile at
yeah,
the face of danger. So
right. Yep.
this is yeah. So thanks everyone for watching this live stream. Thank you, Hudson Valley. Smash that like button. Yes, definitely. SJ Mullen, great questions and great comments over there. Yes, it is a great community. Faithful Prepper, great live. Thank you. Here's a fist bump for you. There we go. Boom. Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Should have 100. I don't think it's going to be too long before House of Prep has 100K viewers, subscribers. So that's going to be coming up pretty quick. You can already tell. So you did great. How's HOP Hop and
Yep. Hot.
awesome live. Thank you. Let's see. Man, they're coming in fast. Learning. One of the good things about you support smaller channels and help them grow. Yeah, well, I had channels that helped me grow when I had 100 subscribers or 200 subscribers, and it really meant the world to me. And it was something I said, well, if I ever get my channel gets a certain number of subscribers, I'm going to return the favor to others. So
I appreciate it.
That's what I try to do. So, and now a lot of the channels, they pass me up really quick after a little bit. So it's just really cool to be able to help channels grow and get into prepping because we're all one big family. So. Yeah, this has been a fun one. Everyone's saying thanks and all that. So again, thanks everyone for watching this live stream. We've been talking with House of Prep, which is just really great. I'm hoping that we can do it again. I'm going to be going over to the Discord server for a couple minutes afterwards, just to talk with folks over there, answer any questions that we weren't able to get to. Next week, I have. This is going to be a fun live stream. I have Rory Groves from Durable Trades is going to be coming on. He wrote a book with regard to trades that have lasted the test of time, basically trades that from dating back to 1300 or 1500 or 1800, and which ones are still relevant today, that even if there was bad thing that would happen in the economy or whatever, that these trades would probably still survive there. So tune in on that one. That's going to be next week, so that should be a fun one. And we have a lot of great guests coming up in the next month. I'll give them in the email newsletter. So, but again, thank you so much, Jerry, for coming on for this one. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of
fun. I'm sorry for any comments that we happened to miss on this one. We're able to get to. If you want to leave those in the comment section, we'll try to answer those after this live stream is live. And we're going to head over. I'm going to head over to Discord for a little bit. But again, make sure you go over and support House of Prep on his YouTube channel. Subscribe to it. Follow the videos. You're going to love it. And we have to do this again. And I love, again, I can't say it enough. I love the community aspect that you bring to preparedness, and you do it in a way that's fun. It's community-based, it's practical, it's level-headed, and it's the way that prepping should really be done. And I think you're just doing an awesome job. So.
I appreciate it, man. And I appreciate being here. And time flies. I mean, we just flew through that.
We flew through it. Yeah. So, well, cool. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more preparedness videos. See you next time. Ooh, I think we're still alive.